Today, we're going to show two examples of an interview between a financial aid administrator and a student to determine if they qualify as independent through the unaccompanied homeless youth determination process. My name is Jillian Sitjar, and I'm the Director of Higher Education here at SchoolHouse Connection.
And I'm McKay, SchoolHouse Connections FAFSA Completion Senior Manager.
We are a national organization with a mission to overcome homelessness through early care and education. Under the FAFSA Simplification Act, there are two allowable ways for financial aid administrators to make unaccompanied homeless youth determinations. One, conducting a documented interview with a student, or two, requesting a written statement from the student. If the financial aid administrator receives documentation from any of these entities, like a school district homeless liaison, service provider, or college access program, they are required to accept it unless there's conflicting information. According to the U.S. Department of Education, financial aid administrators must not request additional documentation or proof.
If the student cannot provide a determination, the financial aid office is responsible for making that determination based on a written statement or interview with the student. To qualify as independent, a student can be unaccompanied, where they are not living in the physical custody of a parent or legal guardian, and either homeless, where they lack a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence, or self-supporting and at risk of homelessness, where they provide for all of their own expenses, but their housing may cease to be fixed, regular, and adequate.
When making these determinations, it's important to focus on these definitions, not the reasons the student might be experiencing homelessness. Let's jump into our first example. Caleb is role-playing as a financial aid administrator conducting an unaccompanied homeless youth determination interview with Jessica, playing a student experiencing homelessness.
Thank you for connecting with me today. The reason I'm calling is just to get some information about your housing situation to see how we can get you some financial aid. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Just to get us started, could you tell me a little bit about where you are currently staying?
Yeah, I'm staying with my grandma right now after my parents kicked me out.
Okay. And how long ago was that?
Just a few months.
Do you have your own room there?
I'm staying in a guest bedroom, but I won't be able to stay here forever.
If you were asked to leave your grandma's, do you know where you would go?
I'm not sure. I could maybe stay with a friend or two for a bit, but I wouldn't want to overstay my welcome.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. I think we have everything we need to move you forward as an unaccompanied homeless youth. I will send you a follow-up email with some information and resources available, and I'll keep you in the loop as we get everything processed. It'll probably take a couple of days. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't think so. Thank you.
So this student qualifies as an independent student because she is unaccompanied and experiencing homelessness. She is not living in the physical custody of her parents or legal guardian, and her housing does not appear to be fixed, regular, and adequate. She does not have a long-term place for where to stay. Let's look at another example here. Caleb will still be playing a financial aid administrator conducting an unaccompanied homeless youth determination. Jessica will be a student who is unaccompanied, self-supporting, and at risk of homelessness.
Hi, thanks for meeting with me today. The reason we're meeting today is just so I can get some information so we can best figure out the path forward for your financial aid. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions?
Yes, that's fine.
Could you tell me a little bit about where you're currently staying?
I'm in an apartment by myself. I pay for everything, rent, food, tuition, but I just lost my job and I can't afford to pay rent anymore.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Have you received any messages from your landlord asking you to leave?
Yeah, she said if I can't pay next month's rent, I'll be evicted.
Okay. If that were to happen, do you know where you would go?
I'm not sure. I could maybe stay with my partner's family, but I haven't talked to them.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. I think that's everything we need to move forward as an independent student. It'll take a few days to get everything processed. I'll send you a follow-up email with some resources available on campus that might be helpful for you. Let me know if you have any questions.
Okay, thank you.
Again, Jessica qualifies as an independent student because she is unaccompanied, self-supporting, and at risk of homelessness. She is not living in the physical custody of a parent or guardian. She provides for all of her own expenses, and her housing may cease to be fixed, regular, and adequate.
We want to give a big thank you to Jessica for volunteering to help roleplay with us today. Schoolhouse Connection has a number of resources available to help understand legal definitions and make determinations of unaccompanied homeless youth, including a template form you can use to conduct interviews with students. Know that you can also ask students to provide written statements too, instead of doing a documented interview using this template here. Visit our FAFSA page for more information, and as always, feel free to contact me with any questions at caleb@schoolhouseconnection.org.